As we enter day 9 of the government shutdown, the blame game continues, and really there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Republicans are insisting on negotiating changes to President Obama's health care law before passing the bill. Democrats and President Obama say any talks must come after. Many Washington officials are now speaking out, talking about their frustration.
As I travel around the country, I can assure you, people are so frustrated, they're angry, they're despairing, they feel anguish because, they're facing hardships in their own lives and they expect to have strong leadership in Washington to solve the nation's problems, not create and exacerbate them.
And one of the issues hitting home, the Pentagon says during the shutdown, it cannot give financial assistance to relatives of soldiers killed in combat. And there is a new survey from the Associated Press which shows Americans are holding Republicans primarily responsible for the partial government shutdown. In the poll, 62% of people say Republicans deserve most of the blame. The poll also suggests most Americans disapprove of the way President Obama is doing his job, with 53% unhappy with his performance and 37% approving of it. This government shutdown really taking a toll on people who work for the government. One of the hardest hit areas is the military. 10 TV's Jim Heath joins us now with more on this. Jim?
Yeah, Tracy, Ohio has the 5th largest number of veterans in the entire country, around 900,000. The Veterans Benefits Administration announced this morning they are closing all of their regional offices due to that shutdown. That means the phones will not be answered, the facilities will not be open. 7,000 employees of the VA have now been furloughed. Walk-in offices to those regional offices for veterans to get benefit information now closed. And we should point out the bit of good news, I guess, here is that the toll-free number, Tracy, remains in effect. Nonetheless, those veterans who want to go in and actually get some personal advice are out of luck. Those regional offices are closed.
And of course, we were talking about the veterans, but it doesn't get any better for them as we look at the calendar, as we're marking off the days of the calendar on
Yeah,
this.
Indeed. The Veterans Affairs Secretary in Washington actually said this morning, gave some information, and it is startling. I want to share that with all of our viewers and particularly our veterans that are watching today. 3.8 million veterans indeed will not get their disability check next month if the shutdown continues through the end of this month. Around 315,000 veterans and over 200,000 surviving spouses will not get a pension payment at all. More than $6 billion in payments would be halted with an extended shutdown. Tracy, a lot of these agencies have a capital fund that we've heard so much about this past week that they've been drawing from in this shutdown, but that capital fund can only go so far. So bottom line here, the longer the shutdown continues, the more these agencies will struggle, and that will begin to affect a lot of individuals.
All right, Jim, we're certainly going to stay on top of it.
Continue to watch it.
Thanks for joining us today.